Welcome. This brief video is one in a series intended to provide an overview of the California Social Work Education Center's, or CalSWEC's, Title IV program to university staff and faculty responsible for the administration and implementation of the program. This video will provide information about petitions and monetary repayments. The information in this video can be found in the monetary repayment, student graduate petition process, and CSIS data entry forms and processes sections of the CalSWEC Title IV program guide. At any time during a student or graduate's participation, circumstances may arise necessitating a deviation from the normative completion of the program. Such circumstances may require the student or graduate to repay the money they received or complete the petition process to request alternative accommodations. If a program participant falls in any of the following categories, they are expected to go into monetary repayment: not completing the school portion of the 4E and/or degree program, not obtaining a qualifying position to fulfill their 4E employment obligation, not completing employment obligation. This does not include being laid off for reasons outside of the participant's control, such as budget cuts. Once the need for monetary repayment is identified, the school and the student must discuss and agree upon the terms of the monetary repayment. Once the terms are settled, the school must complete the CalSWEC Monetary Repayment Agreement form online. If the terms of the agreement need to be changed at any point, the MRA form should be completed again. Once the student completes monetary repayment, the school must complete a monetary repayment completion form online. In the event that a school has difficulty reaching a student, the school must make at least 3 documented attempts to contact the student within the first year. At least one of those attempts must occur by certified letter. In the event that a school has difficulty reaching a student, the student must make at least 3 documented attempts to contact the student within the first year. At least one of those attempts must be by In the event that a school has difficulty reaching a student, the school must make at least 3 documented attempts to contact the student within the first year. At least one of those attempts must be by certified letter. Other attempts may include detailed emails, text messages, or voicemails. Every attempt must be documented. If the school is still unable to reach the student to establish a monetary repayment agreement, the school may make all reasonable collection efforts, including referral to collections agencies and/or the tax intercept program. To ensure that you have all the information required for the MRA, you can download a blank form in the program guide to prepare with the student. The CalSWEC MRA form may be used formally with the student as the mechanism to establish the terms of monetary repayment. If your school has its own form, completion of the online CalSWEC MRA form is still needed for data collection purposes. In either case, you should discuss the terms and conditions of the monetary repayment agreement with the student prior to completing the form online. The link to the online form can be found in the program guide. The form contains logic that will display questions based on previous answers. Once an MRA form is submitted online, copies of the form are automatically emailed to the student, the project coordinator, and to CalSWEC Central. The MRA form collects the information listed in this slide. Again, to view a blank MRA form, you can download a copy from the program guide. If a monetary repayment agreement is not established or is breached by the student and not renegotiated, the school must initiate a collections process and may take the following actions. Collections. Each school should consult with its foundation, grants management, and/or financial aid office to develop and maintain a process for contracting with external collection agencies to recoup outstanding monetary repayments from students who are out of compliance with their student contract. Tax intercept. In the event collection cannot be made by the usual collection process, some schools may implement the Interagency Intercept Collections Process from the State of California Franchise Tax Board. Tax intercept program may not be used for the collection of stipends issued by auxiliary corporations. Reporting. The school may report delinquent repayment status to the IRS and available credit bureaus. Previously, student records could be withheld due to the non-payment of outstanding Previously, student records could be withheld due to the non-payment of outstanding debt. Effective January 1st, 2020, per Assembly Bill 1313, schools cannot refuse to provide a transcript or charge a higher fee for issuing a transcript due to an outstanding debt. The AB 1313 regulations specified that campuses may continue to assess the normal fee for issuing a transcript and that the provision of grades and diplomas may be withheld from a student in order to collect a debt. The school must submit a monetary repayment completion form when a student has successfully completed monetary repayment or when a student has definitively discontinued monetary repayment for any reason. The MRC form is available online in the program guide and is processed by Qualtrics. The MRC form collects the information listed in this slide. To view a blank MRC form, you can download a PDF copy from the program guide. Students may engage in the petition process to be granted exceptions to normative completion of the Title IV program at any point during the program. The most common reasons for students to file a petition include request for extension of the job search period, request for a delay in beginning or completing employment obligation or monetary repayment, or release from employment and monetary repayment obligations. As with the monetary repayment process, the first step is identification of an issue, followed by clear communication between the school and the student to explore options. Both the school and the student should thoroughly review the signed student contract to determine if there is a mutually acceptable solution that adheres to the terms of the program and the student contract without filing a petition. If a petition is required, the school will provide a link to the online petition form to the student. The student will complete step 1 of the petition online, triggering a notification to the school's project coordinator to complete step 2 of the petition with their recommended response within 31 calendar days. After the school submits step 2 with their recommendation, CalSWEC Central has 31 calendar days to issue a final determination for the petition. To ensure that you have all the information required to complete the petition, you can download a blank form from the program guide to prepare with the student. The form contains logic that will display questions based on previous answers. Again, you should thoroughly discuss the situation with the student prior to providing the student with the link to the online form. Step 1 of the petition collects the information listed in this slide. Once the student submits step 1, it will trigger an email to the student confirming submission of the petition, an email to the project coordinator with step 1 responses and a link to complete step 2, and an email to CalSWEC Central for notification and monitoring purposes. When a project coordinator clicks on the Step 2 link in the email they received, the petition form will display from the beginning with detailed instructions for each step. At the bottom of the first page, there is a certification and identification request. By clicking on a selection below, I certify that I am a, the project coordinator should select the option that states University Official Completing Step 2, University Recommendation. To advance through the form, the PC must click on the right arrows at the bottom of each page. The next few pages will run through step 1 of the petition and show all of the petitioner's responses. Please do not alter any of the petitioner's responses in step 1 unless you see a clear data entry error, like the wrong graduation year or the wrong program status. You will have the opportunity to recommend modifications to the petition response in step 2. At the end of step 1, the form will indicate that the next page will commence step 2. In step 2, the project coordinator will recommend one of the following responses to the petition: approving the petition as is, approving the petition with modifications, or denying the petition. The PC may provide a narrative justification for the recommended petition response. The project coordinator must provide an electronic signature with the understanding that the principal investigator supports the recommendation. Emails confirming the submission of Step 2 will be sent to the petitioner and the PC. These emails will include all responses in Step 1 and Step 2. CalSWEC Central will receive an email requesting a response to Step 3. In Step 3, CalSWEC Central will provide a final determination to, let's start over. In Step 3, CalSWEC Central will provide a final determination to approve or deny the petition with justification and stipulations. The decision in Step 3 is final, and additional requests for modifications to program requirements will need additional petitions. Upon submission of Step 3, the petitioner, project coordinator, and CalSWEC Central will receive a notification. Upon submission of Step 3, the petitioner, project coordinator, and CalSWEC Central will receive a notification email with the final determination, stipulations, and responses to all questions from Steps 1, 2, and 3. This concludes a brief overview of the monetary repayment and petitions processes for the CalSWEC Title IV program. Again, for details about the information included in this video, please refer to the program guide. Thank you for your attention.